Hey, welcome. My name's Chuck Hanson, and I'm going to be your host here for just a very short period of time as we talk about something very exciting that's kind of been in the background working. And as all of you know, and John and I explained the other day, this was a tool that we were going to create for my team through my good friend Rick Cotton, who you see on the phone from Vero Beach, Florida. And then it was just, that would have been a selfish move on my part because John Herenza decided that he would participate and become the voice and become the face of everything. And he's he's so awesome and authentic. How could you turn that down? And then we went on and John created the new book and everything else. So, hey, I'm not going to take much of your time. I want to turn it right over to Rick. Rick and I have known each other for about 20 years. Rick was one of those people that came into my life through network marketing, and we have just stayed connected. He's started 2 network marketing companies, and just a treasure of a guy. I mean, he's really a great guy. When I was searching for funnels and a way I knew this was the direction we needed to go. All of a sudden, Rick came back into my life again, and here we are. So I want all of you guys to know how much I appreciate all the work that John has put in. It's been, Rick had been unmerciful, to John. I mean, he just keeps him going, keeps him going all the time. And Rick, I want to say again, thanks to you and Jeff and, John and all the rest of your team that have put in, countless hours getting this thing up and running in such a very short period of time. So, Mr. Rick Cotton, Vero Beach, Florida, take it away, buddy.
Hey, well, thank you so much, Chuck, and I really appreciate the opportunity. I really believe in what you guys are doing at Valentis, and I've seen everything under the sun, like many of you guys have seen. And when I first saw the system, and tried the products you guys have, I said, you guys have something really special, and I knew that what we were doing and what we've been doing in the digital marketing space would be, something special. And so, Chuck, I appreciate it, and I appreciate your heart just to open it up to your entire team. And John, it's been a delight to work with him. And not only Don, Dave Jordan as well, your founder and CEO, your visionary. I mean, he's really embraced what we're doing. He's not going to be on with us tonight, but he's been on and seen this, is probably as excited as anybody is about it. So it's pretty cool. So we're excited to get it going, and I know that everybody's ready to roll. But there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes, and we're not quite there yet. But we are going to give you guys a big update tonight and kind of tell you where we're at. But I think there's a lot of new people on the call tonight, Chuck. So if it's okay, what I'll do tonight is I'll just start with the funnel itself and let you guys kind of walk through it. And so you can kind of see what we're doing as far as advertising. Now, the challenge with funnels in general and digital marketing is it's very hard to do, right? It's not an easy thing to do, especially for our industry, which is network marketing, because it's very expensive. It's an art form as far as digital advertising. I have my partner on here, Jeff Fenn, who's a digital advertising genius. He's done everybody under the sun in network marketing, including Eric Worre and many others. And so he's behind the scenes going to be running the traffic for us. And I think that's one of the biggest assets we have, is that we're going to be running really quality traffic through this funnel. So what we've come up with in our company, Tribe Marketing, is we've come up with a concept of, where we kind of pool resources. We take the expense out, and we let the average person participate in digital marketing, which is kind of the wave of the future. You guys have seen it. On your Facebook pages, on your social media pages, you can see what's going on in the space. And it's, and especially now, with the pandemic and everything else going on in the world, it's becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. So we're excited to launch it for you guys, where you can add the cold market to what you're doing. And in my experience in networking, it's the people that figure out that warm market, that duplication model in the warm market, but then they figure out a way to get in the cold market. And when you get those two things working together, you've got something pretty special. So we're excited to bring that cold market into play with you guys and just enhance what you're already doing. You guys are crushing it. I believe Valentis is going to be the next billion-dollar company. I really do. I've looked under your hood. I've seen what you guys are doing, and I'm excited for all you guys. So exciting stuff. So can you see my screen there, Chuck? Give me a thumbs up, somebody, John. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna play this video for you. And John, you know, John, you know, we do book funnels, we do digital marketing for different things, and that, you know, John and I connected through that through Chuck, and we're doing a book funnel for John's incredible book that he's got, you know, Right Alarm, Almost Right, and then he actually wrote a new book called Network Marketing in the New World. And originally that was to be part of it. John kind of gave that up as kind of what we call the bait and the hook in funnel marketing and digital marketing. And it really is a phenomenal read. It's a phenomenal book, and every network marketer should read it and digest this material. So it really is the opportunity to get this thing out there. And it's going to be kind of our hook where we get it out there to the space, in the digital space, and people are going to be opting in and jumping into our funnel. So you're going to see the book. If you haven't gotten a copy of the book, I'm going to tell you how to get that. I don't want you going to the funnel because we are live now. We are testing advertising. So we set up a demo funnel for you guys, and I'll give you guys that at the end of the call here. So you can go get this book, download it, make sure you digest it because it's great information. And plus, this is what your leads, your pre-enrollees are going to be reading. So you need to know the information like the back of your hand. So I'm going to go ahead and press play on this. It's going to be a little choppy because there's a lot of people on the Zoom, but I want you guys to get an idea of what we're doing here as far as presenting this as far as the free ebook is concerned. Let's start that again.
Stop. Stop what you're doing right now. Are you stuck in the old world, waiting for things to go back to normal? Folks, things are never going back to normal. Our world has changed forever. You need to understand the new world, what is working in today's world. You know, folks, our world has changed forever. And for those people that are stuck in the old world, resisting change and understanding what's going to work in the new world, people's behaviors, buying habits, everything has changed. You need to understand what it is, and you need to adapt. You need to adapt to the new world. Folks, I've just written a book called Network Marketing in the New World to do exactly that, to help you understand how to transition into this new world, how to win big. All you have to do is click on the link, and I will give you a free ebook so you can understand, move into the new world with excitement and confidence, and take advantage of what's happening right now. Folks, you may say, who am I to say this? Folks, I've been 32 years in this industry of network marketing. I've made over $24 million. And folks, I'm not a has-been. I just had my best year ever. Last year, nearly $4 million in earnings and just absolutely exploding. I study this industry. I understand this industry. I can help you understand the new world. Just click on the link. Get your copy, Network Marketing in the New World, How to Win Big, and I promise you, it's going to make a difference. It's going to help you transition and win big in this new world.
All right. Again, great job, John, that video. Fantastic. And this is the hook. So we want you guys to understand part of the process, the magic is in the follow-up. We know that, right? But you know, we want you to understand the process of what your pre-enrollees are going to see, okay, as they go through this. So we did set up, it's tribedemo.com. I'll give that to you at the end again, tribedemo.com. So that's where we want you to go access this funnel. You can access the ebook there too as well. But we don't want you getting into the real funnel now because we're starting digital advertising and we're testing right now. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. But get the copy so you guys understand the information that's going to go to your pre-enrollees, okay? Okay, so once they go through that, they can read a little bit more about John's story here, okay? And how John went from not making $9 an hour to $9,000 a day in network marketing. It's got some testimonials from industry leaders here, and you guys did a great job on social media talking about his book, okay? So there's a lot of social proof on this. And we already know that this funnel is performing, okay, because we're testing it. And again, when we run, and Jeff will touch on this a little bit more, my partner Jeff, but when we run advertising, you know, I said to Jeff before the call, Jeff, how fast can we scale, right? How fast? Jeff says, I don't scale quick. You know that, Rick, because you know what we want to be able to do in the concept, in this tribe concept, is that we want to be able to turn this up and down for you guys. So one day we might need 100 pre-enrollees. The next day we might need 500 pre-enrollees. And in order to do that, we got to build the groups right. Jeff has to work his magic in order for us to feed this funnel, because this is a concept where you guys can actually duplicate on it. It's not a one-time co-op where you start and you finish, okay? It's something you can bring other people into, and you can build your business on. This is one of the spokes, you know, out there as you're out there performing and sharing the Valentis opportunity. Okay. So after they go through this, they're going to say, hey, give me a free copy. And this screen's going to pop up here. Okay. They're going to fill out their first name and their email address. Okay. And now this little checkbox is key down here. John, I would like you to see your system work. Yes. Build me a downline in real time and show me. Okay. Now we're transitioning them to, hey, listen, here's some value, right? We want to create, like Tony Robbins talks about creating raving fans, right? Add value, 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 value to your customers. We did that. John did that by writing to some people and to give it away to every prospect that we go out there and market to. You know, and we're going to give tens of thousands of copies of this book away. Okay, but they're going to click on this because they're going to want to see, okay, everything in this book is in the system you guys already have. With what we've just built here, with your Valentis system already and some changes that we're making right now, with the support of Dave, which has been incredible, you guys have a system that really is unparalleled in the industry. Nobody else has what you guys have. And so we want to show people that the system works. So they're going to click on this and say, yes, send me an ebook. Send me the ebook. And now they're going to go into, you know, the secondary thing is what we're talking about now, building them a downline, right? And that's exactly what it says. We can build a free downline for you today. Show me how it's done. And we'll go ahead and play this video as well.
Congratulations on downloading my ebook. I know you're going to love it. You're going to learn so much from it. But I'd like to do more than just have you learn. I'd like you to experience what I'm talking about. You know, I've always been really, really skeptical about funnels and any automation. Right? Any automation whatsoever. I just simply said it doesn't work. And I stand here now before you saying I believe in it now. Right? And, you know, folks, I've been 2 years in this industry of network marketing. If you wanted to Google me, Google John Haremza, 32 years, $24 million in earnings. I have not one person saying one bad thing about me on the internet. And I'm pretty proud of that. And part of the reason for that is I always do what I say I'm going to do. Right? I don't exaggerate numbers. I don't exaggerate results. I do what I say I'm going to do. And here's what I want to tell you I'm willing to do. I'm willing to let you experience this. I want to invite you to fill out the information, right? Enter into what I term as a power line, where we're actually going to put real people, myself and my team. We're going to not just teach you, we're going to let you experience. We're going to have you witness and see it in your own eyes, real people coming into an organization, you know, and that you can call. I mean, we're talking about real people, real time, happening almost instantaneously, and it's automated, right? And you're going to be able to call these people and see that they're real, qualified, interested people. I mean, one of the things I believe, one of most network marketers, including myself, I mean, one of the things we're always looking for is qualified people, real people that are interested in what it is we're doing, interested in a home-based business, real people that we can talk to, right? And I want to show you how I can do that, utilizing this funnel, right? Working with my team, and they'll call you, they'll answer your questions, they'll work with you, they'll train you, they'll help you understand how this system works, right? And here's the thing, it's not costing you anything, right? All you have to do is fill out the information, right? So you can start experiencing, not just read about it in the ebook, but I want you to witness it. I want you to experience it. I want you to see it happen in front of your very eyes, where you see real people coming into an organization that you can talk to, that is going to duplicate, and they in turn can do the exact same thing and watch the geometric growth take off. So folks, I'm super excited about what we're doing here. I know that if I can show you it, if you can experience it, you will be excited as well as I am. And so fill out the information, you know, enter in to what I'm talking about here and see it work for you.
Okay, you guys can see that now we've transitioned them into saying, hey, listen, we're not going to only tell you and give you the information in John's ebook, but we're going to show you how we do it, right? We're going to lift up our hood and show you exactly. And when you know, just a little bit more of the backstory, you know, Chuck, we were originally doing this for Chuck's team. I've known Chuck for years. We've done business together in different ventures. And so Chuck, you know, approached me with it, but then he opened it up to the entire team because it's just something that's special. I really appreciate Chuck for doing that. But when I saw that you guys were adding that texting feature, I think it was like 3 Saturdays ago, I was on that call and Dave talked about the texting feature within your existing Powerline system. I'm like, listen, this is a perfect fit. And that's when we kind of transitioned it to feed directly into the Valentis system. So once they click this, again, they're opting in, say, yes, They're raising their hand and say, I want to see your system work, right? So we know that they might be in another opportunity, but they might be just looking for another deal, right? They want to see something work. And in my career, I've learned that selling a system is the only way to go, really. Okay, and when we go out there and start trying to sell products or comp plans or our opportunity, you know what it is, right? To other networkers, it's like my deal's better than your deal. It's not fruitful, right? But when you sell a system, like take a look at McDonald's, right? What does McDonald's sell? They sell their system. They're not selling their hamburgers or the best products in the world. You guys have some of the best products in the world, but they're selling the system, and that's what we're doing here too. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to click on this right now. It's going to go to it's rotating the lead, right? It's rotating this pre-enrollee person into somebody's downline. Okay. Now, if I'm glad this happened. So if my email address is already in the system, it's going to say, okay, who do you want to be your enroller, right? And I'm just going to choose one here, but I'm going to go ahead and click on that and continue. Now, right now, it's taking you directly into the Valentis back office. Well, what we're doing right now, I just got off the phone with Dave and one of your programmers, and we're working on changing this specifically for this co-op. So we're going to strip out everything Valentis on this, okay? Again, going back to the concept that, trust me, you'll be a lot more effective with this co-op if you're selling the system. You prove the system to them, and they'll eat out of your hand because they showed them that it works, right? You don't want to – Valentis is not going to be introduced to them right away. And we've done this for a while now, so we know that if you just sell the system and then you bring the personal touch to it, it's going to be a lot more effective. So what's going to happen is they're going to have the Powerline video on here. We've cut that video up, so there's nothing in about Valentis at all. It just shows you how the system works. Again, we've told them we're going to build them a downline. We haven't told them what company. We haven't told them what products we're doing. Then your personal message is going to be up here from the sponsor to that new pre-enrollee with your phone number and your email. Okay. Now the dream in network marketing is people start calling you, right? Well, that's going to happen with this co-op. It's not going to happen every time. This is still a numbers game when you're talking about leads, pre-enrollee leads like this, but you're going to get people that are actually going to call you. And now you know you have somebody that's ready to jump to the top, right? But really our job is, and this is where I'm going to turn it over here to John in a second. Our job is to get and start to build that relationship and reach out to them immediately. And I will say this, we've done tests on this. We've tested this in the past. If you don't text them immediately, the value of your pre-enrollee just drops in half or more. Okay. You can't wait 2 hours. You can't wait 24 hours. This is real time. And so in order to take advantage of that real time exclusive pre-enrollee to you, you've got to pick up that phone and text them immediately. And so what we'll do on our end from Tribe is we're going to email you. We're going to text you and email you every time a lead comes in. So you'll say, hey, congratulations. You got a new pre-enrollee from the Tribe Co-op. Here's their name, their phone number. And your job is to text them immediately. Pick up that phone no matter where you're at. It'll take you 10 seconds, but text them immediately. And that's where now your training just kicks in, right? So, John, I'm going to turn it over to you now. And I'd love John just to kind of talk a little bit about, where we go from here as far as the training is concerned, because without the training, without the follow-up piece, this co-op doesn't work, right? We have to be good with the follow-up. And I'll tell you, it's going to be really exciting when we start putting literally tens of thousands of people. That's our goal. Over the next few months. So it's going to be an exciting ride, guys. So John, I'm going to turn to you, brother.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Rick. And guys, just real quickly, I know we got a lot of new people on, and I am probably the most fundamental person, the most consistent person in this industry in the world. I mean, it takes a lot to get me excited about something different, right? Because I'm so fundamental, and I don't want to be, overselling whatsoever. Matter of fact, I want to downsell, and we're going to, I'm just seeing how the numbers have gone from, 20 to 40 last week to almost 50 last week to almost 90 this week. I mean, we want to limit the amount of people until we figure out the bugs and we prove this model that it really does work. Because the last thing we want to do is run a bunch of people over a cliff and find out there's no bottom to it. Right. And so, we're incredibly, and I'm incredibly optimistic and excited about this. But I mean, I said it in the video, the second video, I didn't believe in lead systems. I mean, I get approached every month about another lead program or people asking me and I just said, it's all crap. It's all crap, and leads and funnels and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't work. Right. And I said in the video, I believe what we have is going to work. Okay. And Chuck can even tell you, I mean, when he first started hounding me on this, and I say that because he did, and to the point of irritation, and I finally agreed to participate in his funnel, and then it's just kind of evolved into what we have here today, and taken the book, and then even as much as last week. I mean, we went last week in our Zoom that we did last week, and went from, you know, showing the coffee video and introduce them to Valentis right there, to switching over to the Powerline video to really, you know, follow the path that we're on. And then we went to the next step and had the company agree to edit that video to take out anything. So no one is going to know. They're in a system. They're going to start getting messages. They got people in their downline, and they don't even know what they're in yet, right? I mean, they're just in a system, right? And that's where you guys come in. That's where that lead comes to you. And Rick will tell you this too, and Chuck will tell you, anybody in these areas will tell you. I mean, you know, every 20 minutes that lead goes, that somebody doesn't get on the phone with them and talk to them, I mean, they're cooling. I mean, if you can you're getting that text, and if you can discipline yourself to reach out to that person, you know, immediately, okay? And I want to back up for one moment too, because Rick talked about his partner on the line, Jeff Finn, you know, and I mean, anybody can put a funnel together. And yes, you need a good funnel. You need a good funnel that can convert and all that type of thing. But the biggest challenge, people will spend tens of thousands of dollars putting something like this together, and they put it up and nothing happens because they don't have the traffic. You can have an unbelievable looking funnel, but if you don't know how to reach it and get it in front of people, yes, you have to have something that's going to lure them in and be that hook, so to speak. But so you have to have that, which I think we do. But if you don't have the traffic going to it, and that is one of the things that I think, I mean, to do what we're talking about individually would literally be impossible. It just wouldn't be possible. The way this has come together, and then you know, literally, you know, supercharged by dumping them in. This never happened. I mean, these guys have done unbelievable success in funnels, and they've never had a funnel like this one that dumps them into a real live genealogy. And the leads that come in from this, I mean, these people have watched all 3 of those videos. If they come in, they've watched all 3 of those videos, they are intrigued, right? And they're, so these are going to be, I think, some of the highest quality leads there is. But again, a lead is still only as good as the person following up. I mean, and I was talking to Dave earlier, and I mentioned this to Rick too. I mean, you know, if somebody participates in this co-op and they get 10 leads, and they get, you know, 10, maybe they do 2-3 cycles, get 10, 20, 30 leads, and they've not converted anybody, you know, you're just wasting your money, right? I mean, you have to be able to convert, right? And if you don't convert, you know, we don't want to skew our numbers, you know, take an opt out of the thing. Right? We want this to convert, and to convert, you have to do the follow-up process correctly. And that's where I really believe, you know, is much different. A lot of people create these automated systems, and this is where I don't believe it works, is this automated system that you just spend money on advertising and your downline's going to get built, right? Without talking to people. That does not work. This is a relationship business. So the other thing about this funnel we are doing completely different than what other companies have done or other people have done is we're putting it, once that lead is generated, now we go back to Network Marketing 101 and we put it in your hands to convert, right? But you've got an incredibly, you know, high quality lead. I mean, you know, even some of the leads that are coming in on the PowerPoint or the Powerline right now, I mean, if you call them, they don't even know what you're talking about. They don't even, what Powerline or what did I, you know, these people are going to know what's going on, right? They're going to be an incredibly high quality lead. But again, it's only as good as the person following up. So let me just give you an example. So I call up Chuck and I say, hey, Chuck, you know, this is Rick. I just got a text message that you joined the Powerline, you downloaded that free book. I don't know if you had a chance to review it or not, but we've got some incredibly exciting things happening here. I'm really excited to work with you and help you understand the system. Something along those lines, right? And we're going to put together some exciting scripts, you know, as this unfolds and we troubleshoot and we learn. But, you know, one of the challenges a lot of people make is they talk too much, right? They talk too much, they oversell. Create that initial excitement, right? And then I say, Chuck, let me introduce, I want to introduce you to the company and the products behind this funnel, right? I've got your cell phone already. Now I convert to the app. If you don't have to do it through the app, I'm just saying the app is the best way to go. And you're going to take and send them maybe the coffee video or the Emulent video or a testimonial video, or you're going to start the belief building process and introduce them to Valentis. Now, let's just say Chuck stops me and says, hey, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I just followed along with the thing, and now I'm in this power line and I don't know what's going on. I'm already with the company. I'm happy. And I will say, you know what, Chuck, I understand. I understand completely. I hope you learn and get some good stuff out of that ebook. But I just want to let you know before you totally opt out, you might want to look, because you've already got 4 people in your downline. Okay. And he's going to be like, what do you mean 4 people? And I says, yeah, the system's already gone to work for you. What I told you, what the video said is already started working for you. You've already got 4 people downline of you. And if we do this right, I believe that can happen. Right? Because wherever they come in genealogy, it's not just the system feeding this thing, it's everything else in Valentis feeding it too. Right? And so they're going to create the sense of it. So now Chuck is, well, what do you mean? And I'm like, listen, if you want, let me send you this Powerline video again. Now I send them the Valentis Powerline video, right? Or I send them the coffee video. You see what I'm saying? Right? And so I believe the best way to do this is immediately, and I believe the best way to manage these leads is through the app, because the app keeps track of every interaction you've got. You've got their cell number, right? It was required in the funnel. You've got their cell number, and now you can text them. You can text them brochures, comp plan, videos, testimonials. You've got to track not just when they looked at it, how much of it they looked at. I mean, Chuck opens up the link I sent him and he watches 10 seconds of it. I'm going to text him, hey, Chuck, did you get distracted or what happened? I see you didn't really watch the video. So the way this app keeps track of all the data is going to be incredibly powerful, because you can send somebody a link and this is why I love the app so much. You can send somebody the link and, they don't respond. You don't get any notifications. And you're like, hey, the app's not working. No, the app's isn't the app. It's they didn't look at it. Okay, they didn't really look at it. Now you're laying in bed 3 days later, watching TV, and all of a sudden your phone dings and says, Chuck just watched the video, right? Maybe when I sent it wasn't the right time. Maybe he got distracted. Maybe something happened that day, and the next day something bad happened, and he goes back to look at that link. Right? And now you get notified. So what are you? You're queued up to follow up. If you guys really follow this follow-up system and take this incredibly hot lead, and do that follow-up immediately. And we're going to come up with, we're working right now on it, but don't wait for it, because I don't know if we'll have it by the time you start getting leads, but we're going to come up with some outlines and some scripts that you can use if this happens, if that happens. I mean, if Chuck says, no, I'm not interested, hey, Chuck, you might want to check, because you already got 4 people online of you, right? I mean, to get their attention to say, really, well, let me look a little bit further. So I've also, within the app, I've done a training, within the app that explains exactly how to use the app, right? It explains, Chuck, you're nodding your head. Did you watch that training?
Unmute myself. I've watched everything, so I told you that I was I could have counted on one hand with 4 fingers missing the times that I've used that app, right? But now, I mean, I heard you on the the initial Zoom talking about that, and I knew it was there, but again, being old school, let me just use that phrase, right? That I thought, well, I'm not going to use that app, but it just certainly makes sense. And, after I talked to Nate, and Nate was talking about, hey, you guys just put a sequence together, of the assets that you want to be sent and title it, give me a title that says funnel follow-up or something, video number 1, video number 2, video number 3, whatever, and he said, we can have that done in no time. So, John, it's just a matter of us getting together and deciding what that series looks like, and waiting until we see what the what the new Powerline, what the new pre-enrollee website is going to look at and what they're actually going to see in there. So
Chuck, I do have the video. If we want to play that video, I could play that.
Yeah, you just got it.
Is it playing okay? The video is playing okay? Is it coming across real choppy?
Yeah, it's not been too bad. Go ahead.
All right, let's go ahead and play it. So
this is going to land on the Valentis site, but the only people who are going to be able to see this particular page are those that come through the funnel. And they've cleaned the page completely up. There's no more links. The only thing that's going to be on there, you don't see it on this page, but the scrolling people that have signed up in the Powerline or with the company, that's going to continue to scroll. So plus your personal information. If your prospect lands on Chuck's website, Chuck's name and a message from Chuck is going to be on there with his phone number.
Right. Okay, let's go ahead and play it.
Introducing the power of the Powerline. When you first visited our website and submitted your name and email address, our system gave you a free temporary position so you can start to see exactly how the system works before you have to commit anything to getting started. In fact, we have already started building your team by placing people just like you below you that you have the opportunity to get paid on each and every month. The way that works is just as you visited our website and submitted your information, other people just like you who are looking for a way to generate extra income from home are doing the same thing. Each time another person visits your enroller's website and submits their information, they are placed one under the other in a straight line down called a power line. Under you. Each time we place a new person below you, you get an email saying, "Congratulations. This person was just placed in your team." Now keep in mind, these people, called pre-enrollees, visited our website for many of the same reasons that you did. They're looking for a way to supplement or even replace their monthly income in their spare time from home. Any one of them could be the next superstar in the company, all of whom you have the opportunity to get paid on should they take action and become a member. But only if you lock in your position before the next cutoff date. Cutoff days are the most important days in our system, so it's very important to know when the next one is. Now, cutoff days are like deadlines to secure your position or lose out. At midnight Pacific time on Thursday, our system looks to see those who are serious about making money versus those who aren't. That means that the ambitious people who recognize our perfect timing and positioning and the sheer power of our system and make the decision to upgrade to full member before midnight on that day will be rewarded by leapfrogging to the very top above all the people who hesitate. So not only will you secure your position and have the opportunity to get paid on all of those people below you in your team who do the same, but you will also jump to the very top of the power line, above all those who wait, any of which could become a member next week, next month, or anytime down the road. And since you took action first, you will get paid on their efforts instead of them getting paid on yours. But keep in mind, that also means that if you don't lock in your position by Thursday, all of those people below you who did take action will leapfrog above you, and you will lose out on them forever. With the most generous compensation plan in the industry, that could be the difference in hundreds, possibly even thousands of dollars a month in residual income for you. Right now, you can see all the people who have upgraded to member in your team. All you need to do to lock in your position and become a member is click on the Join Now link in any of the emails you've received from our system, and you are in business. It's no surprise that in the last few years, the Powerline system has created more results than any other system in the industry. When you combine that power with our rock-solid debt-free company, incredible product line, huge compensation plan, and the best support team in the industry to help you and train you every step of the way, it's no surprise that we have become one of the fastest growing companies in the industry. But all of that means nothing unless you take action. Get started now and lock in your position in the most exciting company in the industry. Experience some of the most life-changing products on the planet. Position yourself to maximize the compensation plan and get paid on all the people below you, any one of which could very realistically earn you hundreds, possibly thousands of dollars a month in residual income. And start your own home-based business today. Don't hesitate. Get started now. And we look forward to helping you become the next great success story. Welcome.
you know, one of the reasons I love this video is it just sells system. And again, in my experience is that's what people are always at in the back of their mind subconsciously. They want to know, can I do this? Right? That's what they need. That's the question, the number one question we need to answer. And to me, this video answers a lot of that. And now, again, the proof is in they're getting these texts. Like John said, hey, Chuck, you might want to consider you got 4 people in your downline. So very, very powerful. And I think with the co-op, it's really going to accelerate it. So great job, guys, on this video.
Yeah, the other thing I just want to add, you know, the whole concept of the initial hook to get into the funnel is about systems, and it's about the new world of network marketing. It's about all social media and all these platforms. And so we're not just telling them what they need to do. We're giving them the solution on how to do it, right? And they, you know, and so the other thing from an app standpoint, you know, guys, and that plays right also into the new world. You know, once you make a conversion to app, I mean, I do everything on app. I mean, I do all my Valentis stuff on an app. I do my banking on an app. I do my dry cleaning on an app. You know, I mean, literally, I do my investments, you know, on an app. I mean, I do everything on an app. And I mean, when I even pick a company, that's one of the questions I ask them now. Do you have an app, right? Because putting everything, I mean, my whole world is right here. Right. And we're now showing them a business that is literally right there. So I really believe that we need to, you know, you guys need to consider, you know, getting up to speed on this app. Go in, and a prospect doesn't need the app, right? Prospect, you just send information. Prospect doesn't need the app to look at the information, but you have to have the app to send them the information. But the other thing I look at, if you even go back to old school, right? When you meet with somebody for coffee, you want to sit down, you've got a whole bag full of stuff you want to give them, right? Brochures and all this stuff. And many times you don't have what you really would like to have in. You go unprepared, right? Look at this app as a full briefcase. It's like a briefcase with everything in one spot. I mean, if you want to link them to Ditto Touch, if you want to link them to Valentis calls, if you want to, you know, send them, you know, to Valentis tools, if you want to send them the compensation plan, if you want to send them this new video that's coming out on Emulin, I mean, everything is in one spot. So, but again, I think that the way this is going to be successful, because I'm pretty confident with what these guys are going to do running traffic and the look and the feel of the funnel, we're going to produce some quality lead. And there will be people that will sign up without you even knowing. I mean, there'll be literally people sign up, place an order without you even knowing, but that's not going to be the norm, okay? The people that do the best job of following up are going to the people that are going to truly win in this thing. And so I can't stress that enough on picking that phone up, calling them immediately. And that's why, again, I come back to the app, is it gives you everything. So through your conversation, you can determine what to send them. And, you know, I created a spot in the app for, you know, what I was doing before with just the app. And now we're going to create another section in the app that will support the funnel. So we can give you the suggested videos to send next. I mean, even the video on placing an order. You know, we want them to place a business pack order. Well, the everyday person isn't sure how to explain why. Well, there's a 5-minute video in there that says, you know, here's the 5 reasons you need to consider a business pack, right? I mean, you know, number 1 is everything you do sets an example. I mean, number 2, it's a better value. Number 3, it demonstrates commitment. You know, nobody wants to follow somebody that's not committed. It gives you, you know, it maximizes your earnings. You get you get locked in at the Emerald rank or whatever. So it's so clear, simple, and duplicatable. So anyway, that's all I have, guys.
Great stuff, John. Great stuff, John. Great stuff. So just people probably are wondering, well, what is the schedule? So once we have this website live, and, you know, I don't know if it's going to be 24 hours or 48 hours. I believe it's going to be the next couple of days. You know, that's on the Valentis end. Once we have that live, now we have the landing page. We don't really want to start the campaign and turning it up until that's done, because we want it to be consistent training, and we want the numbers to be skewed. Right now they're going to the Valentis back office. We know just from our experience collectively that we know it's going to be a lot better if we send them to this video, introduce them to you as the enroller, and, you know, kind of create that high, you know, the high tech has been done. Now we got to bring that high touch into it and bring that relationship and that rapport into it. And that's, you know, that's our job as distributors. And so that'll be, once that's done, we'll be cranking up the advertising. And I want to introduce Jeff. Jeff, are you still with us? Mr. Fenn?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Jeff is my partner. Jeff has been doing this a very long time, and he can kind of give us a little bit of a snapshot of, you know, how we're going to scale and what the expectations will be. So Jeff, take it away, brother.
Yeah. So this week we've just been testing the ads on all sorts of different platforms. We put up a test campaign on Facebook. We put up a test campaign on Bing. We put up a test campaign on YouTube. We put up a test campaign on Google Search. And I'm telling you, the results looked really great. We used some audiences that we've been refining over the last 6 years, and they're good network marketing audiences. I mean, they're proven network marketing professional audiences. 21.1% of the people that landed on our page took us up on our free book offer. And just to put that in perspective, when I was optimizing Eric Worre's book funnel, we gave away a book. He still gives away the same free book. Most of you guys probably have it. But when he was giving that away, we averaged a 12.56% opt-in to that free giveaway. And so we're at 21.1 just with the test. And then the number of people that went ahead and gave us the secondary information that would end up being one of our initial leads, we had a 61.3% opt-in on that. And so 61% of the people that downloaded the book wanted more information. And that's, I mean, like, trust me, you know, like I get a little nervous sometimes when we launch these things, you know, I think, oh God, I hope this works out. And today, like, I was just like, that looks really nice. And so like, you know, it's a good deal. And so I'm excited. Like, I think it's gonna be awesome, you guys. And I mean, like, I'm excited to be in charge of the ads because I mean, this is what people are looking for. The search traffic is there. Even on Google search was unbelievably affordable, and the conversion rate was unbelievably high. And so, you know, I'm excited. And John, I got hats off to you, man. The book, the hook, the video, I mean, it's just right. And so, you know, I really think there's going to be a ton of leads flowing in here, and I'm looking forward to it.
Good deal. Thank you, Jeff, for all your hard work, brother. I know and that's the key. I mean, I think that's the key of what we're putting together here is that we're leveraging every dollar. We're doing it where it's really, where we're bringing digital marketing to the masses. That's what we like to say, you know, into the network marketing space where it's never been done before. You know, it's the top gurus that have books or whatever, and they have funnels and digital marketing, but the average distributor never gets to access that. And I think that's what's unique about what we've done. And again, combining it with what you guys already have at Valentis, making the changes, having Mr. Jordan behind us and all the changes that he's willing to do. It's pretty phenomenal. It just doesn't happen a lot, you know. And again, I've built 2 network marketing companies. I've been on both sides of the fence. And so it just doesn't always happen like that. So you guys have to appreciate the leadership, you know, the tier, and also leadership at corporate. So good stuff. So back to you, John, Chuck. I think that's all we got for now, but you guys will start looking for leads this week, you know. And again, be patient because we're not going to turn it up real fast, right? That once we get this optimized and we crank it, our goal is to fill shares fast, quickly, because that's what brings the excitement, right? So, but one of the things I guarantee you guys, if you guys all went out there and just told somebody that's been a fence sitter, somebody that you talked about Valentis before, and you just talk to them about this new system. But, you know, don't jump in. They don't have to jump in it today, but just talk to them about this new system. I guarantee you'll close people. You'll bring a lot of people in just on the excitement of having something that nobody else does, because the question everybody's asking is, can I do it? That's the question, especially when you're fishing in pools of network marketers, because most network marketers have tried and failed, right? Almost all of us have, right? You know, John's probably the only exception. He's the best kept secret in network marketing. He's done 4 deals. He's hit 4 home runs, right? But most people have tried and failed in network marketing. So the question they're asking, can I do this? What's different about this one, right? And we have something completely different. So go out there and share it. Get out there and in your warm market and share it, because that's what's going to explode this thing. So I'll turn it back to you, Chuck. John.
Tell you what, guys.
I just want to say a couple more quick things, Chuck, before we questions actually. You know, number one is, I think Rick, and I did text you this. I'm not sure if you got that, understood what I meant. That second video, we need to change the thumbnail on that so people don't think it's the same video as the first one. Maybe change, superimpose next step on it or something across the front so they know it's not the same video. But as you had mentioned, I also believe what you're saying is you're going to be able to go to warm market people that don't think they have anybody to talk to, or people that have been in network marketing that real contacts that feel like they've completely burnt their list and they know the game, but they have no one to talk to. And you can show them this, and you're going to be able to recruit them by showing them how they can utilize this tool themselves. Okay. So that's exciting. This is going to enhance our personal recruiting on the warm market side by showing people this tool. And so from that standpoint, my question, Rick, to you is, I know we have the demo site because you don't want to send anybody to the actual funnel or they're going to end up rotating into somebody else's business. So you want to send them the demo, but will people be able to send them a funnel link, an actual funnel link that will direct them directly into their own power line?
Yeah, great question, John. I'm glad you guys said, because what we've done in the past and kind of what's kind of slated, and we've talked a little bit about this, is we have product funnels we want to build for you guys. You guys have some phenomenal sampling funnels. We've actually absolutely crushed it with product funnels in the past, with skincare, and you guys are coffee. I mean, if there's anything you want to get involved with, coming out of the pandemic, one of it's weight loss, right? And so you guys have a phenomenal product for that. So we're going to be developing those funnels for you guys. But from there, John, we take them and we give everybody their own funnel, right? So you have the exact same funnel that is already working, tested, proven, right? And that's how you can build within your warm market. So we call them warm market funnels. And we're not going to do that until we test everything out. But eventually that's what we can deliver for you guys. So everybody has a version of this funnel. The Tribe demo right here. For this funnel, they give away ebooks to people that because it's a great way to, when you go to somebody and talk about network marketing, what do? They run, right? It's just not doing the business like we did in the 90s anymore. So, you almost have to give them some value and just introduce them to your system in this way. So it's a perfect tool. So I think I'm answering your question, John. So eventually we'll have personal funnels for everybody. You'll have your own funnel for not only this, but also for the product funnels for sampling as well, which are very highly effective. And we're excited about that because that's probably the next thing we start to develop for you guys. So hopefully I answered your question, John. But right now we don't. Right now it's, you want to show them the Tribe demo funnel. We don't want you guys skewing the numbers by going in there, bringing traffic outside of our advertising. Because Jeff does everything off the numbers. We make changes, we split test constantly, and we'll be tweaking this funnel, on your behalf constantly in the co-op. So we don't want any outside traffic in there at all. And we certainly don't want a lead rotating to somebody, that you guys have paid leads are coming in, and then somebody from the team comes in and jumps in your pre-enrolled downlines. That doesn't work. That'll just cause confusion. So for now on, please use this tribedemo.com site.
And really, John, everybody just needs to send the tribedemo.com site and then send their own personal link, the replicated link of the Valentis movie, and let them go and watch the movie and get pre-enrolled and, take advantage of that and jump into the system. But guys, just one more thing before I go, but having been in the advertising business for 16 years, I always, told my clients, if they develop a budget for advertising, and let's just say it's, $6,000, right? They want to take all the $6,000 and spend it all in 1 month, right? And that's not what I would suggest you do. If you had a budget of $6,000, I'd rather have you spend it, or whatever amount of money, I'd rather have you spend it for a long period of time, consistently, right? Out there, because look, if you spend $100 a month, you only have, the conversion to make back that $100 is not very much, right? I mean, you don't have to convert. I mean, Dave and John were talking about, a 10% conversion factor. I think it's going to be higher than that, but who knows? I mean, it will be for some people, it won't be for others. But, if you just go down that road and, make a commitment to stay plugged in and get those 10 new pre-enrollees. Look, over the course of a year, that's 120 people. And then your group starts to do the same thing. and look at the numbers. I mean, you just got to look at the numbers over a length of time. So, and we're going to talk a lot about that on the training and on Saturday and so on and so forth. So, guys, I couldn't be more excited. Jeff, those numbers are off the chart, right? I mean, 61%, you know, that from the people that converted. Yeah. And so, John, anything else before we go?
Nope, that's all.
Great. Well, hey, guys, Jeff, Rick, appreciate you. And we'll get this recording out to everybody. So with that, hey, God bless everybody. Thanks for being with us here this evening. It's we've been here for 50 minutes, so a lot of great information. So talk to you all later. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.